And welcome back to Who Would Win. And it's the start of the monthly Who Would Win. But I am out of my monthly topic from last month. Or from the previous months. We have finished out the Planeswalker Who Would Wins until new Planeswalkers show up. I can get more information on existing ones or new Planeswalkers that I get new existing information on them. So we need a new topic of discussion for the month. I'm sorry, my shirt's got a couple holes in them. It's an old shirt. As you can tell, I'm not set up the most presentable at the moment. I'm not. This is the clothes I slept in. It's my day off. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not doing much right now, but I gotta pre-record these. But anyway, we need a new topic of discussion. Now, I've done Bleach several times. I just did the Planeswalkers. I'll probably do Bleach again, because if you're going to ask me which I like more, Naruto or Bleach, I'll be flat out honest. I think I like Bleach more than I like Naruto. I like Naruto fine, but I think I liked Bleach a bit more than I like Naruto. So Bleach videos will come again in the future at some point. Hell, maybe even for the next round of monthly Who Would Wins. But for this round of monthly Who Would Wins, let's do the Naruto. Let's do the rookie, and it's not 11. It's not even 9. It's, I believe it's the rookie when you count Team 10 with Guy's team and Sai. That's rookie 13. So that means, roughly speaking, it will take about 4 months to get through this, give or take. Just a little over. So, right on. So, Ben, we're going to just start out with Team 9, which was which consisted of Shikamaru Nara, Ino Yamanaka, and Choji Akamichi. And script, we're going to go with the best character of them, Shikamaru Nara, who didn't start out as much in terms of fan favorite or like him. I mean, he was fine, but quickly as they gave him more and more screen time, we're like, no, Shikamaru is a cool dude. Absolutely. I mean, Shikamaru Nara came from the Nara clan. His shtick was that he's lazy and just didn't want to do things and just wanted to look at the clouds all day. But that he's actually got a genius with an IQ over 200. So that's the joke. But yes, because of that, he quickly became someone who could outthink and outstrategize someone just given enough time. If you gave him the time to think up strategy, he could find a way to outsmart you. There's very few people, honestly, in terms of pure intelligence, who are actually smarter than Shikamaru in this world. They claim Kakashi kind of is. That's for interpretation. I mean, if I were to basically be a betting man, I might argue Shikamaru probably is smarter. But Shikamaru still was capable of not only outsmarting someone, but working on the fly. In that first fight, we actually see him with Tamari, where Tamari keeps having him on the ropes. He's able to always re-strategize, and he even says, "I have the next." Oh God, how many did he? I actually got the wiki up here, so hold on. Sasuke, right? Hold on. Tamari dodges it. Shikamaru approaches, apparently delivers a finishing blow. It's claiming that he won it. Even if he won the match, he spent too much chakra. I can't remember. How many moves did he say he had already planned in advance? I know it was a completely unrealistic numbers. Like, he had that many moves. It was like more than 30 or something like that. I think he even said he had 100 moves in advance ready. So yeah, he's capable of not only thinking ahead, but basically being that many steps ahead of you, and having a way to. I'm kind of stuttering over here. I'm just trying to figure out my wording correctly. I know there's going to be someone who says, "Dude, you need to write this out" or something like that. Back off. This is the way I do things. I get so. If there's one thing that bugs me on this with me doing my videos, it's people it's not people suggesting I do things, it's people telling me to do things. If people tell me to do things, so look, if you suggest something, that's fine. I'll take that under advice. You tell me to do something, bye. I don't have to respond to you. I don't have to listen to anyone. This is my channel. I digress. So anyway, he's not only capable of thinking ahead, but he's usually capable of executing them so long as he's got gas in the tank, pretty much. But his real claim of abilities is his ability to manipulate his own shadow in many different ways. His most famous one is the shadow possession. Well, it's called the shadow imitation technique as translated. But the dub version is a Shadow Possession Jutsu, which frankly sounds better in my mind. Shadow Possession Jutsu is like, yeah, that just sounds like a good technique name. Oh, by the way, his actual name, his actual catchphrase, Troublesome, honestly, is one of the few dub changes that I'm also like, yeah, sounds better in the dub. What a drag. That sounds better in the dub to me. A lot of people give the dub a lot of crap, but I think the dub's fine most of the time. Anyway, Shadow Possession Jutsu, he can use it to possess multiple targets as well. It's basically they're bantam, and they have to imitate his movements. And he got so good at it that he doesn't need to use hand signs anymore, and he can pretty much capture 5 Kages at once before they even had a time to react. Granted, I would say that with the exception of Naruto, the 4 other Kages, maybe also the exception of Gaara, the other Kages, frankly, aren't anywhere near as strong as, say, their previous predecessors. Like, I don't really believe Daru, is that his name? Darui? The one who became the Tsuchikage, not Tsuchikage, the Raikage after A. I really don't think he's stronger than A. He's more versatile, I'll give you that, but I don't think he's stronger. There's no way Chojiro was stronger than Mei. Or me. I'm gonna say Mei. I also don't think, in terms of actual power, that Kurosuchi was stronger than Ononki. I can't get his name right. If I saw it in front of me, I could probably get it right, but I can't see it in front. Basically, stronger than her grandfather in terms of actual sheer power, because she doesn't have dust release, as far as I know. So, yeah. Gaara's the one I'd make an exception for. I think he's stronger than his dad was. So, yeah, she captured 5 Kage. Naruto's the only one strong enough to break out of it. But they're also kind of Kage on the weaker side of the spectrum here, let's be honest. But I digress. So, he doesn't even need to use hand signs anymore. He knows the Shadow Strangle Jutsu, which you basically break someone's neck. The Shadow Sewing Technique, which is basically those tendrils. The Shadow, Imitation Shuriken Technique, I believe. Shadow Gathering, which is basically a more finessed version of that. Shadow Clutch, which basically can harden your shadow almost like steel, possess someone, and move them on their own. So he's got a lot of shadow manipulation. Plus he has kunai, flash bomb, explosive tags, chakra blade, which he had from Azuma, and his Tanto. So Shikamaru is a tough contender. So I wanted to pick someone either who was relatively intelligent or had abilities similar to him, and I went with abilities similar to him. So there's a lot of darkness, shadow manipulators in fiction. I went, though, with someone like Ebon. You remember Static Shock as a kid? You ever watch Static Shock? I remember. I loved Static Shock. Static Shock was awesome. Wow. Static Shock was awesome. But Ebon, basically in Static Shock, because it is in the DC universe, there was a chemical explosion of a gas. I believe it was quantum. What was it called? Quantum vapor. And they named it the Big Bang because it created, and they called them Bang Babies, these individuals. Ebon was basically a juvenile delinquent who gained the powers of mastery, shadow, and darkness. He has a shadow-like silhouette. That's just how he looks. He became a living shadow, able to flatten it against any surface, move silently and speedily wherever he wanted. He could glide along walls, slip under doors or through cracks, create portals in a location of his choosing, travel from other shadows travel from one shadow to another, as well as absorb other people or objects into him, carrying them with him and then releasing them. He does possess interdimensional powers, allowing him to disappear in one spot and reappear in another. Using his powers to kidnap victims, he can also shapeshift his body into physical, shapes like, hammers, blades, similar to his brother Rubber Band Man, but he uses his for villainous purposes, whereas, Rubber Band Man used his for good. His primary weakness, though, is bright light, especially Static's less electrical powers, which could paralyze and temporarily obliterate Ebon's shadow form. So Ebon technically still has a physical body, but it takes the appearance of shadow and can immediately turn it into shadow. His main weakness is light, fire, brightness, all that. So electricity. So that would be a big factor in this fight. But Ebon is a living shadow, more or less, so he can do anything a shadow can do. And Ebon, while not dumb, he's certainly not dumb. He's definitely intelligent, but he's a juvenile delinquent. He's ruthless and controlling, but he does have the leadership and authority to create his own gang. He's also very persuasive, able to bring others into his gang without too much trouble, unless he has to beat him in a fight, which he probably can. He's arguably one of the stronger bang babies in the series. He's also not above impersonating his own brother or bandman in order to persuade him into joining the gang. Wait, that made no sense. He's also not above impersonating his own brother in order to persuade him into joining his gang. I don't impersonate. Yeah, that isn't the word impersonating. How is that? Oh, because it's been a long time since I watched the series. He impersonated him as to join the gang, and therefore he caused his brother, trouble because people thought Rubber Band Man joined the gang, so it led him to Ebon because he wanted to bring him there. He wanted to bring him into the gang, because he's his brother. So yeah, that was a little odd. But ultimately, this is the fight. So let's say that through traveling, Shikamaru ends up in Detroit. I can't remember. Were they in Detroit? No, Dakota. Sorry, they were in Dakota. What the hell am I talking about? Detroit, Dakota. They do sound similar. No, they were in, I believe it was South Dakota is where this series takes place in. Anyway, so he winds up there on a mission. He's just traveling, and he sees he captures a couple bang babies up to get meta breed, and then Ebon gets in them and is like, "Yo, dog, what you think you can mess with my crew like that? Yeah, I don't really know who you are, but let's not do this. I already whipped some of your own guys. It'd be a real drag if I had to do it to you too. So why don't you just go?" I was like, "Yeah, you ain't gonna. Yeah, I ain't gonna let you get away with this, homie." And because that's how we would talk. I'm not trying to be stereotyping or anything. That is how he talked. So he turns to a shadow, and then Shikamaru immediately just shut up. He's like, "Look, we can do this. Look, I tried to be nice about this." Tries to move him with his shadow, using the shadow clutch technique, but immediately realizes, like, wait, something's wrong. And then Ebon's just keeps moving because all he did was touch him on with his shadow. It's like, that the best you got, huh? Is that the best you got, man? Come on. And then just moves the shadow and then attacks Shikamaru, who immediately now has to get out of the way. He's like, crap. It's like, all right, let's shadow sewing technique. And then, tries to go at him again. It's like, please, you gonna attack me in my own element? Fine. And then, just absorbs the shadow into him, grows bigger, and then just tries to attack Shikamaru. It's like, crap, what is this guy, made of shadows? You got that right, honey. Shadows are my element. I know, that's how I roll. Now I'm gonna shoot what darkness really is like. And it's like, really? Shadows your element, huh? And then just throws a little ball on. It's like, and then flashbang. Ah! It's like, yeah, no. And then just throws a kunai at him. Just poof. And like, you think that's gonna put me down? I've had to deal with static my whole life. You think that's how you're gonna beat me? No, not really. And then just throws a kunai. Poof. Come on, man. A little blade ain't gonna hurt me. And then he just hears a sizzle. Oh hell! Boom! It just blows up. Ugh. Then Shikamaru just like, yeah, and then just adds another flashbang. Right, he can see him reform, just throws a flashbang right into him, just then boom, ah! And then basically the problem is Ebon is not anywhere near as smart as Shikamaru is. He just can't. Shikamaru has tools on him usually that would enable him to defeat Ebon without too much. A flashbang in its own right would seriously hurt Ebon. Even if he survived the first one, he could not survive multiple of those. So all Shikamaru really has to do is just wait him out. Now that being said, assuming he can avoid a flashbang long enough to attack Shikamaru, he could overwhelm Shikamaru. However, that's where the weird part comes with the shadow techniques, is that he can manipulate other shadows, but Ebon is made of shadows. So could he theoretically manipulate Ebon? Like initially, Ebon could, I think, overpower the shadow possession jutsu, because all he is connecting his shadow. That's all he's doing. And it's like, that isn't going to do anything. The shadow clutch jutsu, the shadow clutch jutsu is a different story because it actually allows you to control a shadow. So I think if he does get absorbed by Ebon, he can maybe work his way out of just basically rips himself out of there. It's like, ah! And then starts whacking Ebon around. Ebon tries to get out of there, but he's still connected. Shikamaru's still connected to him. It's like, yeah, you're not going anywhere. Boom! I think ultimately Shikamaru is just, first off, too smart. I think Ebon has more variety with his shadow. The Shikamaru is definitely not, and I think that's where my slurring is coming from, because like I keep saying Shikamaru, and then I keep going into the so Jushu. Shadow of protection visual. Oh, God. I digress. So, I think that's where Shikamaru does have a degree of versatility. Absolutely. Ebon has more versatility, but Shikamaru has other tools that on his person usually that are tailored to defeating Ebon, particularly like a flashbang or explosive notes. He's a motorcycle pop-up. My dog just perked up. Domino's shitty doggy. He's like, yeah, we're just enjoying a lazy Tuesday together. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, because you're a good girl and I love you. So yeah, because he has more tools on his belt that could actually hurt Ebon, a level of versatility that can at least keep up with Ebon, and far more intelligent and more strategic. I do think Shikamaru would take the win overall. I think there's about a 10% chance Ebon could win. And I say that only because he is made of shadow, so he could just overwhelm Shikamaru given enough time. Shikamaru, though, does also know one Earth. Apparently, Shikamaru's nature is Yin release, Earth release, which he did use a Earth style technique, practice brick technique. It's kind of like the mud wall, but not quite. So it's just, when you create slabs of Earth like walls. And he does know fire release, apparently. Now, where this comes from, I don't know. According to the jutsu list I have here, he's never used the fire technique at all. His son has yin and wind release. The wind release is from his mom, not from him. So I don't know where they say the fire release comes from. Unless people are just either it's either in a data book I didn't read, or or people are just making that assumption based on the fact that most people in Konoha, in the Land of Fire, have fire release. Like Hinata apparently has fire release. I never knew that about Hinata. That's never been stated. The one thing you can make an argument for that he did that she does have that is the fact that when she does that twin lion-headed technique, it does look like flames. So you could make the argument that is where that comes from. And we only know the fact she has lightning release is because Boruto has lightning release. And even that's not guaranteed because we know Naruto has access to all chakra elements at this point in his life. He just really doesn't use them at all. But he does have access. He does have access to it. In fact, technically speaking, doesn't the fact that Sasuke has a Rinnegan give him multiple all access to chakra techniques? Seeing as I'm here, I might as well look that up real quick. Let's see here now. Come on, where's Sasuke? I'm basically just trying to find Sasuke real quick here. I pretty much ending the video, but right now I want to find out that information here. Is okay, Sasuke retrieval arc. So there we go. Nope. Scroll. We'll just go there. And Sasuke, does he have I don't think he does, because they never illustrate the point that he does. They never make note. We know he has fire and lightning. That's a given. And his Amaterasu gives him access to other technique. According to this, he does have access to all chakra elements because he has his he has their Rinnegan. So okay, he's got the Rinnegan. So yes, again, when we find basically Team 7 is going to be the last team we get to for obvious reasons. Sharingan. Wow, they don't even have his. Oh, wait, do they even have his Sharingan and Mangekyo? And yeah, they don't even have that for his techniques listed up here. What the hell? That's weird. Tools. Yeah, this is odd. They don't list his. Because I'm looking at it, of course. Then again, that's not jutsu. So what the hell is Afterglow? Sorry, I'm really digressing. I should wrap up the video, but dash it forward. Oh, it's a game. No, it's not a game ability. It's just a really quick slash. Weird. I digress. I've been dragging this video on too long. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Well, actually, I'll see you in a little bit because I got to pre-record my what if as well. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you later, folks.